Hello, friends. I am out in this beautiful forest, and I just feel compelled to speak about this forest in particular. It's a designated flood area, so while I view all forests as protection for all of us, this one in particular is very special because it literally gets flooded so that the rest of the city doesn't get flooded, which used to be a problem that happened a lot in this area. And it has a wide variety of trees. See this big huge tree right here, and all of these really smaller younger trees. That is because a few years ago an invasive beetle came and destroyed a lot of the older trees. They're all still laying around, and you can see where some of them still are being affected. But even in the winter, there's always so much life here. Like, I feel like we are all in that energy. Oh, look at that bird. Can you see? He flew away. Yeah, you can see this big fallen tree. When big trees fall, they turn into a different type of ecosystem. They're able to nourish so many more bugs, and they decompose and enrich the soil so that way the forest can live on. And all these new trees can grow strong. And we are all in the process of our old trees in our forest falling down. And that's not necessarily comfortable. I, for one, had a really tough time with this new moon cycle because while I had been aware of the cycle I was in, I reached a newer level of clarity with it, which was a blessing, but I still fell back into my old ways of thinking, and I wanted to be very hard on myself. And what triggered it was something so simple, but was just indicative of the entire cycle that I had been continuing for the last 10 years. And I wanted to judge myself. I wanted to be angry at myself for allowing this cycle to continue for so long. And what really got me is that once I became aware of the cycle, I started trying to implement changes, but I was still functioning in the same way. So the outcome was the same. Right? It makes perfect sense, and it's something that we all do naturally. That's literally the process of growing. But I wanted to be angry at myself. I wanted to judge myself. Sorry, I'm walking with my dog and he just got tangled around me, so I had to do a circle. And that's not helpful, right? That's not the point of gaining clarity. That is not going to help me implement the changes that I want. And while I am eternally grateful for the clarity and for letting myself feel the emotions, because it is necessary to let yourself feel the emotions and feel how that cycle, how that pattern is making you feel inside. You can't ignore that, but also you can't hold on to that feeling either. Because if you do, then that is just motivating yourself through fear. And you won't actually get out of the cycle. And I don't know if all this is clear or not. Basically, it's just me rambling in the woods. But I just wanted everyone to know that even though I speak about, having the power to control your reactions and everything is your mindset, I still struggle. I still have times where I slip up, but I think that makes it even more valid, even more important. It doesn't take away from my words, it doesn't take away from my lessons, because it is a part of my lesson. It's a part of my experience. So the energy that we are all in, I don't really want to get too far into the astrology reasons and, the age of Aquarius, eclipse, Pluto retrograde, squaring the moon, all of that. Just know that we are all in this time where we're shifting and the old is falling away. And it's okay to feel both. It's okay to feel the anger and disappointment you might feel because of the cycle that you've been in. But it's also just as important to feel grateful for that. To realize that maybe we would have never ended the cycle if we didn't feel the way we felt about that cycle here recently. Because at the end of the day, there is only love. There's only consciousness, and everything that we like to deem as not necessary or bad or negative is really just there to show us the way. I love this waterfall. Comment down below if you're related to any of that. I love you all. Thank you.